Today I'm going to give you guys my review of the UConn women's basketball game versus Loyola Chicago, and let's get started. I'll start off with the UConn side. First off, talking about AZ Fudd. Okay, ultimately 9 points, 2 rebounds, 2 total rebounds, 3 assists, 5 steals, which I love. And yeah, it just wasn't her best day shooting the basketball and everything. But you know what? She'll bounce back. Not really concerned about that, number one. And number two, she didn't have enough shot attempts. AZ is one of those players, she should be taking at least 15 to 20 shots a game. So they should have got her the basketball more. There's this one play in the game where she was wide open in the corner, okay, kind of similar to something that happened the last game, and KK went and proceeded to brick 2 floaters in a row and not get her the basketball. So there was those problems. She was also sick in the game, so, you know, Demon will be back, not concerned about her. Talking about Sarah Strong, so she had 11 points, 3 total rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals, 3 blocks, only 1 turnover, 5 and 10 from the floor. So stuff in that stat sheet as she always does. I wouldn't say the stats are to her standards per se, you know, if you've seen her play. I don't think that she played terribly at all. Again, I think that they should have got her some more shot attempts in this game and everything. And Gino was kind of like pulling her and AZ out during the game, and he was like having conversations with them. So I wonder what was frustrating him in general and everything. So that's definitely something to key into. Not her best game. I don't think she played terrible though. Like, that's kind of my assessment. So Sarah Strong, baby goat, like, she'll be fine. I'm not worried. Sarah Williams, she played 60 minutes. She had 10 points, 3 offensive rebounds, 1 defensive rebound for 4 total rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, no blocks, 2 turnovers, 5 of 8 from the floor, 62.5%, no threes. So I will say she had a better game than the first 2 games. The first 2 games, she kind of struggled, so I will say that. And another thing additionally I will say is she has to start taking more outside shots. She got blocked a couple times at the rim. I want to see her have some more mid-range attempts. I want to see her have some more 3 attempts because I don't think she's really attempted either of those, and just, you know, attempting some shots, you know, top of the key. So I would like to see her do those things, but I thought it was a better game, and I think eventually she'll really come into her own for this team. We look at Ashlyn Shade, 8 points, 2 offensive rebounds, 1 defensive rebound, 3 total rebounds. She had 3 assists, 4 steals, 0 blocks, 1 turnover, 4 of 9 from the floor. You may think, oh, Ashlyn Shade, it's really not that bad of a game, but here's the entire thing. Like, half of this was in garbage time, basically. Ashlyn Shade, like I said, in an extended amount of time, just doesn't really do much. She doesn't really do much, okay? There's times where it's like she'll just stand there, or she won't go through enough, or she'll just brick shots, because why does she have more shot attempts than AZ Fudd? You know, these are the things that are my problem, and I just don't think, again, that she should be in the starting lineup. It just doesn't make any sense to me. She just doesn't do enough in an extended period of time, and this is the 3rd game where she's starting. He got to change that the next game. I'm sorry. KK Arnold, 11 points, 1 offensive rebound, 1 defensive rebound, 2 total rebounds. She had 5 assists. She had 2 steals, no blocks, no turnovers, 4-7 from the field. So again, 57.1%, I believe. You would think, oh, like, she had like somewhat of a decent game, but again, like a fair, like, I think some of her points and assists were in garbage time as well. So it kind of skews what the stats were in the regular game. So you have those things, in terms of KK Arnold, a lot of similar things that I'm talking about, with the fact that there was no 3s attempted or really any kind of outside shots. It's just the same thing about driving to the basket and missing AZ when she's wide open, and just the way that she plays. It's like either she wants to get the ball out of her hands as fast as possible and like she's uncomfortable running the point, or she just gets to a point where it's just like score, score, score. And like I said, she doesn't have that balance of scoring and assisting and cutting through and all those other things. Like the IQ is just low. The IQ is just low from KK, and she just has plays every game that I get really frustrated watching. And I just think that KK is someone who gives more of a spark off the bench. As I said before, I don't think that she should be starting in every single game. It's just something that irritates me. It's like she can't put all the good things that she can do together in one game. You know, like, it may be one thing that's good here, but you're sacrificing something else. And just not, like, yeah, 5 assists. But like I said, the garbage time stuff. If you actually watch the game, okay, she got to play a fair amount of garbage time. So it does skew the stats and everything. And the UConn fans who've been watching KK and UConn in every game know what I'm talking about. So I'll just put it that way. So that's the starters. We look at the bench. Blanca, 14 minutes. She had 5 points, 1 offensive rebound, 0 defensive rebound, for 1 total rebound. She had 3 assists, 2 steals, 0 blocks, 1 turnover. She was 2 of 5 from the floor, 40%, 1 and 2 from the 3-point range. Overall, I thought Blanca played well in her time, you know, and everything. The points and, you know, the scoring and stuff will come up more and everything, but this was the first game she's got to play this year. I believe she was hurt or something. So we got to see what she can do, and I thought that, you know, she's somebody who can stuff the stat sheet at, you see, which, like I said, I liked what I saw from her in the preseason a whole lot. My problem was the turnovers that she had. And, you know, her only having 1 turnover, you know, that is good news. And Gino, I think, said in the postgame she's going to get more time. And as I feel like she should get more time. So I think that those are good things. And I thought that the lineup that he did with like Blanca, AZ, K9, Sarah as well, and like Ali Zabel, I like that lineup. I hope he starts leaning on that lineup more, okay? Because that lineup was definitely something that I wanted to see. And I feel like that's probably really close to what I wanted my ideal starting lineup to be, at least for the moment and everything. So I'm hoping he leans more on that lineup because I thought that lineup was really effective in this game. And I wish he kind of would have played it more, to be honest. You look at Yana. 7 minutes, 4 points, 1 total rebound. I think that's 0 assists, 0 steals, 0 block, 1 turnover, 2 from the floor. Garbage time, not really much to say overall. Gandhi got some minutes, 2 minutes. I don't think she recorded any stats. Her first time getting to play. I won't hold it against her per se. Jana, 13 minutes, 6 points, 7 rebounds offensively, 2 defensive rebounds. For 9 total rebounds, you got 2 assists, you got 0 steal, you got 1 block, you got 0 turnovers, 3 of 8 from the floor, I believe it says for Jana. The thing is, Jana has some good moments where she's able to score the basket and, you know, get some rebounds and everything. And you know what I'm saying? She has some good moments. My problem with her is that she wasn't finishing her layups today. She just kept missing her layups, and so I was frustrated by that and everything. And then it's also another thing of us going to Khalees, okay? So she had 7 minutes played in this game. She had 4 points, 1 rebound. I believe she had 1 assist, 1 turnover, 2 of 3 from the floor. So I thought Khalees had some good time. She's probably, like, her minutes will, you know, increase a little bit as they go. I don't think she's going to get to play a whole lot this first year. Like I said, probably like some garbage time minutes, maybe some meaningful minutes sprinkled in, but not a whole lot. I think he's still trying to develop her. And I think she'll be good for this team eventually. Just needs some time, that's all. You look at K9. 20 minutes, you got 5 points, 1 offensive rebound, 2 defensive rebounds for 3 total rebounds. You got 1 assist, you got 3 steals, you got 0 blocks, you got 1 turnover and 2 of 6 from the floor, 33%, 1 of 2 from the 3. It wasn't K9's best game. I will give her grace though, because the past couple games I thought that she's been playing well. I think it just her shot, it wasn't the best and everything, and then she also got injured during this game and stuff, and she was just kind of like in and out in this game and everything. So it wasn't her best. I'm not going to hold it against her because I still believe all the things that she can do, threading the needle. I think she has some good moments defensively with scoring, getting people involved, and all those other things. So not her best, but I think she'll bounce back. Ultimately, I think she should still be starting point guard for this team. Ali Zabel, 19 minutes, 9 points. 0 offensive rebounds, 4 defensive rebounds. You got 4 total rebounds, I believe, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 0 turnovers, 4-7 from the floor, 7.1%, and 1-3 from the 3. Like I said, Ali Zabel should be getting Ashton Shade's minutes, okay? I said this on live, I said this on my other posts, and hopefully that live will be coming tonight. I really need to finish editing that for you guys. But yeah, I thought that she gave some good stuff in her extended time. Like I said, that lineup that he was doing with her and Blanca, AZ, like that lineup was T. And I hope that he does that more. But I think she's proven that she should get Ashton Shade's minutes at this time. I think she's been more effective. And I think she's been doing some good stuff in a role. So, you know, shout out to Ali Zabel because I think that she's having some good stuff for UConn this year. Caroline Ducharme, 12 minutes, I think 3 points, 1 offensive rebound, 1 defensive rebound, 2 total rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 turnover, 1-4 from the field. Again, most of this was in garbage time. I don't know why he putting her in the second quarter, but, you know, that's everything for UConn. Now we see everyone from Loyola. You know, it kind of was a brick off, so I'll just read the points. Clara, 2 points. Alex, 7 points. Alexa Kinas, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, 7 points. Rosalie, 5 points. Chivers, 5 points. Dickman, 0 points. Vaughn, 0 points. Granberry, 0 points. Modest, 0 points, and Kendall, 0 points. So you see that. Let's go into the advanced stats for both teams, okay? So you look at the field goal for UConn, 37 to 77, 40, 8.1%, 7 of 18 from the 3-point line, 38.9%. Free throws, 4-4, should have got more. Honestly, there was one shot I thought K9 had that was an and one. You look at free throw percentage, 100%. Rebounds, 41 total rebounds, 19 offensive, 22 defensive. So you see that. And then you look at the assists, 27 assists, I believe, 25 steals, 6 blocks, 12 turnovers, 45 points off turnovers, 14 fast break or transition points. 52 points in the paint, 15 fouls, no technical fouls in this game for UConn, and 57 points as the largest lead in this basketball game. You look at Loyola, I think that says 9 of 41 from the field, so, you know, that's insane. 22%, 5 of 22 from the 3-point line, 22%, made all the free throws of 8, 100% from the line. 30 rebounds, not offensive, 21 defensive, assist 7, steal 6. I believe that is blocks, which is going to be 4. Gotta finish the stats because it cut me off. But they had 36 total turnovers, which is insane. I believe points off turnovers only 6. Fast break points, we got 6. Points in the paint, I believe also 6. Fouls 11. No techs in this game, and never had a lead. Now I go into the section when I talk about the overall game. Why do I feel UConn win this game? What did I like? What didn't I like? My friends and I were talking, but this game kind of felt like a loss to us in a way. And you may be saying like, oh, they blew them out or whatever. I just felt like the team as a whole didn't really play well and everything. Just the offensive sets that they were running, it just looked like there was some confusion, it looked like a lot of sloppiness. And my friends and I were saying this, but I just don't know why he's so set on the starting lineup and everything, okay? KK takes forever to get going, and this offensive unit, like this starting 5, is just not working. They play so much better, I think, with K9 running the point, or Sarah initiating, or AZ initiating. And so I just think that the starting lineup, it's just not working, and I hope by next game he makes a change. But like I said, at this point last year, I believe Ice Brady was starting. So like I said, he does anything. I don't know how long it's going to take for him to change this starting lineup. So there's that. And also because like if we would have played like this way against a good team, probably wouldn't have won the game. So I just think overall, a lot of sloppy stuff offensively. You got the turnovers, you got some miscues, you got some bad shot selection as well. So I just think that it was really a mess. And Gino said everybody's in a rush to score, and I definitely agree with that. Like, that's how they play. Not making that extra pass to the person who is wide open and just setting up better shots for each other. There was some good moments and stuff that I liked with, Sarah, AZ, Sarah Williams, K9, them assisting each other. I always like those things. Overall, it's just this is not the way UConn basketball is played. If you watch the game, you just saw the sloppiness and just a lot of uncharacteristic stuff for UConn. So I think just wasn't happy the way that this game was played, you know what I'm saying, and everything. And like, if you watch the game as a UConn fan, like, you would understand what I meant. So I think that's part of that. I think we got to get rid of the starting lineup and everything. And so yeah, I don't know. It was puzzling to watch. I think the main takeaway that I had is obviously got to clean up everything for the next game, and I think that they will. I think that this is kind of just a game more so that they didn't play well. There's multiple factors into that, but they didn't play well. It is what it is. I think next game should be a bounce back, and they'll probably be fine, as coaching, as players and everything. You have a bounce back game. I think that they're due for that. So I think that that's a piece of the puzzle. I think that that's a piece of the puzzle, doing some different stuff with the starting lineup and everything. And Gino said that they need a third consistent scorer, which I would probably agree with. I think Sarah Williams will probably eventually get there. She's kind of been struggling a little bit. I think this was one of her better games, but we know AZ and Sarah, what they're going to bring, and they'll have better games next game. And like I said, the fact that they didn't get enough shot attempts, they should both have 15 to 20 shots a game, and that's just bare minimum. So I think them not getting the basketball enough, and them not getting enough shot attempts, and then just some of the lineups and stuff that he was doing, just taking Sarah and AZ out, putting, like, I don't know, it just messed up the flow of the game as well. And I think I forgot to say this, but my main takeaway from it is sloppy game, number one, and number two, I think that the lineup with you had K9, AZ, Ali, Blanca, and Sarah, like that lineup, I believe maybe Jana was in there, something like that, something around there, that lineup. I think that that's something that he needs to continue to explore more, needs to change the starting lineup and everything. Team got to do a better job at not turning over the basketball, at finishing layups. I just felt this was a sloppy game. So those are a lot of my big takeaways and everything. You guys know how I feel about the K9 versus KK thing. I think that K9 will bounce back, but we'll see what happens, what he does with the starting lineup. I like that he, kind of played more to players. I think everybody got to play and everything. And like I said, let's not put garbage time players in the second quarter. Like, no shade. Let's not do that. So I kept talking. That's my, statement on the game. UConn fans, let me know down below what you guys thought of this game. Sorry, this review was a little late. I was kind of just chopping it up and just trying to put together mentally how I felt about this game, because it kind of felt very confusing to watch. Just not a good game for UConn standards. I guess that's how I see it. But let me know what you think. I'll try to be a little bit more on time with these reviews, but that's my take.